Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're back at it again with another book haul. Thinking about the cost of all these books makes me like sweat a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest, I am missing a few books from this stack. I have to go pick them up, and so they are probably gonna be added in later unless I pick it up today and then just add in the clip today. So I'm just gonna talk about these books. Most of them are textbooks. Let's not get too excited. Some of them are like actual stories and poems and stuff, but they are being used for class, so they're still considered textbooks right now. These first four are part of a set are some Shakespeare Signet classics. I think they are the gold ones. I got these for $4, $1 each, from someone else who had the class last semester. It is Much Ado About Nothing, and then we have Othello. I actually used to have a copy of this, but then I got rid of it because I thought I would never read it. And I actually got rid of it last year because they were doing like a whichever teacher gets the most books donated gets something, and so I donated like 10 books because I'm never gonna read them. And guess what happened? The year after I do that, I need 3 of those books. Yeah. Then I have Hamlet, and last but not least, it is Richard III by Shakespeare. I don't think I've read like a full novel or play by Shakespeare. I think it's always been like snippets. I think the most recent one that I've read was Macbeth in my senior year of high school, but did we read the whole thing or parts of it? I don't know. As a matter of fact, did I put that on my Goodreads? I'm gonna have to do that because I don't think I put that on my Goodreads, but I read that last year. And now I'm reading these 4. And as of right now, we're reading Much Ado About Nothing. We're going in the same order that I presented them to you, but as of right now, we're reading Much Ado About Nothing, and surprisingly more enjoyable than I thought it was. But then again, I think this is supposed to be a comedy, so that's probably why we are enjoying it so much right now. I haven't decided if I will be holding on to these after the semester or if I will be getting rid of them. Again, Shakespeare's not my thing, but I do feel like it might come up again, so I kind of want to hold on to it until like I'm like 1000% sure I won't need them again. The next 2 books are, I guess, also considered classics, and they're not by the same author, but I guess they're in the same category, so why not? The first one is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, not James. This is the Oxford World's Classics New Edition. This one came out, I don't know when this specific edition came out. I don't know, there's like 4 different years in here, but this is the one I got. Again, this is a book that I used to own a copy of, not this specific edition, but I used to have a copy of it. I think it was like mass market, it was like bluish. Thought I'd never read it, thought I'd never need it, and then here I am. I needed it. And so I got this copy of it online. I think they wanted a specific edition, but it ran out, so I ended up getting a different one, and I'm hoping that this one's okay. What is this one for? I think this is for women's writing, so we're gonna be reading this eventually. A little nervous because it's been a while since I read it. I think I read it a long time ago and never read it since, and I don't remember much about it. I do remember the movie and the zombie version, and they're both kind of just to me, so we'll see. The next classic that I'm reading is Beloved by Toni Morrison. I believe, a novel by the winner of the Nobel Prize. Well, I believe I've read this, not maybe this, but I think I've read one of her books before. Can't remember which one. This is also needed for women's writing, and we're gonna be reading this at some point. This is really pretty. I ended up buying a brand new copy. I was gonna buy it used from someone else, but by the time it would have got here, it would have been late. Also, the shipping was like twice the cost of the book that she was selling it for, and I was like, I'm just gonna get it off Amazon because you're trying to rip me off. I'm sorry. And so here it is. I'm actually really interested because I heard that Toni Morrison is amazing, and I've heard there's a girl in my class already read like a bunch of her books and said that this is really, really good, so I'm excited. Also, it's really pretty. I do feel like if I enjoy some of these books, I might, for example, if I really enjoy this, I might end up keeping it, or if I really enjoy some of these textbooks, I end up buying my own copy. So now we're gonna go into the textbooks. I'll probably put in some clips like cut through like each different category because I do have some more on their way. The first one is an Amazon rental for What If Writing Exercise for Fiction Writers, third edition by Anne Bernays, and I believe her name is Pamela Painter. This is the third edition. It is extremely beat up and torn, as you can see, like this part's coming off, and because this is an Amazon rental, so it has been in a lot of hands. I'm going to be using this for my introduction to creative writing class, which if you have been watching my YouTube channel since I started, I did have creative writing in high school, and now I'm taking the college version. I guess it's the same thing, just more in depth. But this we're going to be using because she says there's a couple exercises in here we're going to be trying out, and different things that would help us write, which I think would be fun. I haven't read anything yet because we are going to read this, I think, in a month or so. Hopefully this is helpful, and then if it is, I might end up just purchasing it for myself. If you don't already know, I'm planning to be an English major because English has been something I've been very always enjoyed, always been very constant about. Other things like psychology has been a new interest, and so I've been doing English major. Also because I read all the time, I have this channel all about books. So my next book is Writing Poems by Michelle Busso, Hadar Bar Nadav, and Robert Wallace, another Amazon rental. I am 8 pages through. I need to be more through it. We're supposed to read chapter 2. No, we're supposed to read chapter 1, chapter 10, chapter 2, chapter 11, and then the appendix part 1 in the back, something like that. We're not going in perfect order because she's trying to get us to read chapters that relates to what we're working on in class. And so this is what it looks like. Again, Amazon rental. This hasn't been a lot of hands. This one, okay, so the difference between these two is that this one is more worn down, ripped and beat up and flopping out of the pages, falling apart. This one, it looks better on the outside, but when you get to the inside, there's a lot of notes and highlighting and handwriting. Here's one. This one, you have some highlighting. There's one page, they look like they wrote a whole book. Here's one, okay. This is not the one I was talking about, but this is one page where they write a lot of notes. And I was scared for a little bit because I did not want to return this, and then Amazon contacted me you defaced our book. I need you to pay a fee. But my dad said that he's done Amazon artists before. It's not that big of a deal. It happens all the time, etc., etc. This one, even though I'm only 8 pages in, I do have quite a few tabs. But there's a bunch of tabs going on the side here. I don't know why we can't see it. You could kind of see it, but because I think the pink ones, so my tabbing system for this is very different from what I do when I read for fun. For this I tend to have, I think, pink for vocab, yellow for tips and advice, and then purple for people, things like that. I do have lots of pinks and yellows in here, which I think I might look more into when I finish the chapter, or honestly I might just buy this for myself. I think this is really, really, really helpful when I want to write, and also help me understand the process that other writers go through when they write their books, and also understand more about the books that I'm reading. Okay, so the next textbook is something I've had for a while. Technically it's my mom's because she took the class when she was in college. She did online school because we moved around a couple times. But because I'm taking the class now, she thought it would be helpful for me to have it, at least to see what I can use in it. We don't have a textbook for the class. There's an online one that he gives us, but we don't really need it. But I did decide to take this with me because I thought it'd be helpful anyway. And that is the Intermediate Algebra with Applications in Visualization, 4th edition by somebody named Roxwold and Krieger. It's a big one compared to this. Again, this is not something my school asked for. In fact, I don't think they even use this, but my mom had it and she kept it because in my household we struggle with math. Okay, the only 2 people that could do math a freaking genius is my brother and my dad. I don't know how they do it, I don't know how they got it, but they can. But everyone else kind of struggles with it, and so I took the book with me. I did look through it, and compared to the syllabus, it does look like there's quite a few things in here that I could use this for. And my favorite part is in the back, where it has all of the equations and formulas and shapes and and all kinds of stuff that I can use for the final. And because it is open note and open textbook and calculator final, I could bring this textbook with me, which I think God bless, because your girl's gonna need help. So I'm probably gonna take my notes and stick them in the chat that they coordinate with, and then bring this whole thing with me, because I will pass, and I will fight to pass. I don't care. But so I'm back with an update for this haul. 2 out of 3 of the books came. They actually lost one of the packages, and they found it this morning. Well, they lost it this morning, and they found it a little bit later this morning. Okay, I got the Northern Anthology of American Literature, Volume B and A. And I'm a little confused because I had ordered the women's one. So instead of saying American here, it should say women's, and it should have a girls on the front. This is not it. So I don't know if the seller person marketed as the wrong book, or didn't realize I was asking for the wrong book, or they gave me the wrong one. I mean, it's understandable to mix it up. I mean, they're all the same. They look all the same, just different word, different pictures. I don't know, but these came in. They're not the right book. I emailed them back a few minutes ago, trying to see if I need to return it or if I should just sell it myself or something. I'm about to email my teacher to let her know that I did order the books, but they ended up giving me the wrong copies, that I probably will not have the books for a little while. Apologize for that. So I'm probably gonna email her before work. The third book is a book for psych, and that hasn't come in yet. Then I have one for fun book, which was a gift from Rihanna. Me, her, and Haley decided to do like a Secret Santa. Not really secret because we know about each other, but we didn't know what the person was getting, and it's like a gift exchange for Christmas. The gifts kind of came at different times. I think, wow, I just got like 10 YouTube notifications at once. I can't even see anything on my screen. Okay, here we go. I believe the one I gave to Haley went there in like 2 days. The one I ordered for Rihanna got there in like a month. And then the one she ordered for me came to here, to the dorm. It was a whole mess. But I got Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I believe this is the white paperback cover. I believe there's like a black cover for hardback and paperback. I can't remember. But she looks like this. And she looking like this. And the inside looking like this. Okay. If you don't know already, I don't know how, but I'm kind of obsessed. Not really kind of, but really am obsessed with Marissa Meyer. I think I've read every single one of her books. Moonlight Chronicles, I read that. Fairest, which goes with that, I read that. Heartless, read that. Renegade. Yeah, I read every single one of her books. And so I've been wanting to reread this one in particular because I read everything else like 5 times, and I can tell you what happens in them. But this one, I don't know. I don't remember. And so she bought it for me. I didn't tell her I wanted this one specifically. It was just one of the many on my list, and she got it. And it's so pretty. I do not want to open it. I don't want to crack the spine. Which, God bless to Rihanna again, because she tweeted this thing on Twitter about that this girl posted something about how to like read books without cracking the spine, and there's a way that she did it so that, you know how books are like more like stiff, she did it so that it's like really floppy and you can read it without cracking the spine. And I was just like, I'm about to crack all my books open and do that so I can read them. Marissa Meyer is in the process of writing another book, so when that comes out, obviously I'm gonna buy it, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it because it sounds really good. Alright, so that is all of the books that I have here for y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.